Reece Stevenson then will start with the 1-2-3 bike on pole position. He'll be alongside the 48. Last race's pole sitter, Ben Lord. Row 2 sees Daniel Pearson alongside Michael Med, Ryan Clark and Jim Lovell will share row number 3. Row 4 sees Jonathan Harrison. He starts on the outside of Ross Richards. Top 10 completed by Brett Neeson and Will Lathrope. Nathan Smith and Mick Lord will share row number 6. Row 7 sees Gaz Pearson and Ty Butler in front of Chase Collymore and George Kelly. Row 9, Oliver Linsdell and Samuel Morrison. The top 20 completed by Richard Holmes-Williams and Joshua Crew aboard the number 39 bike. Carl Sanders and Scott McGibbon will share row number 11. 23rd sees Casey Hanby alongside the 24th Paul Mitchell. Ben Cole, Stephen Humphreys, Lewis McKay and Ben Nixon will complete the 28 bike grid here for Group A of the Sayamoto Minibike 140 Championship. That's Jack Andrews in the 14. Let's see where he's going to position his car. So his bike, there he is. Down in, count them back, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 in 11th place. Down the right hand side there, pole position on the outside here at Ellough Park. Can't think of many other venues around the country that has a pole position on the outside, so a unique caveat of the Ellough Park circuit here. Riders in the back just getting themselves in. We'll expect the front runners in a few moments to we're both stands. We're missing a pole position man. There he is. 1, 2, 3 by Reece Stevenson, jams the front brakes on as he stands. Marshall puts the red flag up towards the red lights. We're away and racing. It's a fantastic start from Stevenson from the outside and in pole position. He's going to move away. Might not pop up actually on the timing screen, because having a look at alphalife.co.uk/BMB, I think he might have tripped the timing line the first time when he's rolled over, so he might not, from his pole position berth, might not actually show up, but he is at the head of the pack. Certainly on the timing here, we don't get any times up, but it certainly just highlights which drivers have gone over the timing line. It shows that Ryan Tyres was one of the first ones over there, but at the front it is Reece Stevenson making their way through Clinton's, then the whole pack single file through that off camber, effectively right-hander, after they've hooked the bikes left round O'Rossi. They have to get the bike stopped for the tight right at Barney's. They'll then come over the line. Have a look to the left of your screen. The timing tower will appear here at Ellough Park. Ben Lord, Ryan Tyres, Jim Lovell, Richard Holmes-Williams, Will Lathrop, Chase Collymore, Mick Lord, Daniel Pearson, Jack Andrew and Nathan Riggy will show us the top 10. But out at the front of the pack still is Reece Stevenson. There he is with the number board, white number board, 1, 2, 3 on the front, out the top of the pack. Not showing actually on timing as your race leader, but he certainly is there in front of Ryan Tyres and Jim Lovell, all over the back of the 1, 2, 3. As I'll head now down out of the Barney's complex of corners, the hairpin and then the left flick towards Alan Wones with that curve on the inside. One of the only curves actually this circuit that's quite raised up on the inside. And we've got a rider actually down at that corner who's clipped a little bit too much curve, just caught it out the back window. We'll see if we can catch who that is. We'll see if anybody's dropping down the timing towers as Richard Holmes-Williams moves up into 3rd place on the previous lap at the expense of Jim Lovell. There's a rider dropping down. It's Nathan Riggy, who was in 10th place at the start of the previous lap, now down in 20th, sliding off at Alan Wones, having caught his knee a little bit too much on that raised curve on the inside. And Nathan Riggy is going to drop outside the timing. There's confirmation on the screen then that Reece Stevenson is in fact your race leader. Hadn't shown for the first 2 laps of this Ellough Park circuit. Now he's back up there. The timing, the team in the timing tower on start finish, doing a grand job at putting Reece Stevenson back in his rightful position then. Behind him, that red bike with number 48 on the front, that's Ben Lord. Started the race day on pole position. Didn't quite have the first heat of the day that he wanted. Now in heat 2A is right back in the mix. Behind Reece Stevenson, Ryan Tyres behind him, having his own battle with Holmes-Williams, who'd got past on the previous lap. in this battle for the lead. He's still 4 deep though behind them. They've managed to drop away Jim Lovell, who was right there at the start in this mix. He's been replaced in this battle really now by Ben Lord, who had dropped away once again. Looked like we had a rider being pushing his bike off the circuit there, did we, towards the paddock. We've had one rider, Stephen Humphries, come through with a fairly slow time on the previous lap. He might have had some problems, and we've got a rider off, spinning away onto the rumble strip there, onto the thank you NHS tarmac on the outside of the final corner. So rider down there. Stevenson though will continue to lead. They go up towards Holmes. Everybody else on the timing gets a confirmation. So certainly I think it might have been one of the leading quartet, because now it's a trio as they make their way through down towards Barney. Still though, it's Stevenson. Tyres is still there. Lord's still there. Jim Lovell, however, isn't. The 97 either dropping away. It does show on the timing is about 2 seconds down. So either they've dropped him or Lovell's dropped it. So we'll find out in due course as they come through. Find out where those riders are. Top 3 setting personal bests as they move away. At the head, Lovell still there. Lord, and that being Mick, has dropped a place behind Richard Holmes Williams, rider of the 126. May well have been the rider who was in that battle at the start, which was 4 bikes deep, who then just managed to drop it because he picked it up fairly quickly and got going again. So the 126 of Richard Holmes Williams, the rider who had a problem, is a move then for the lead down the inside, gets it stopped as well. Fantastic move by Ryan Tyres, got it down and almost had that bike at a standstill in the middle of Barney's hairpin in order to get that bike stopped, but in doing so has moved his way past Rhys Stevenson and into the lead with what will be 2 laps remaining. Stevenson's going to come back alongside though, down the Pennell straight. Can he get it stopped in time? And he does. Parks the bike in the middle of the corner. Tyres is going to try and return the favour into Shoemakers. Can't get the job done, and back into the lead of this race. Rhys Stevenson on the 123 bike leads the way, and Ben Lord's going to come back down the inside as well, is he, of Ryan Tyres. Tyres almost losing 2 places in the space of 3 corners, but does indeed stay in second place. Still trying to chase down Rhys Stevenson. 1.5 laps remaining then through Barney's as they'll head down then towards our camera point at Alan Wone's hairpin. Ben Lord then in 3rd place has dropped a couple of bike lengths back. There's a yellow flag out for our riders there. Last lap boards out though, gone down in towards the first heavy braking zone of the lap. Rhys Stevenson then continues to lead, goes green at the top as a confirmation that he did make an overtake at the start of the previous lap into the Degner hairpin. Round Shoemakers then for the final time. Mick Lord and Daniel Pearson both make up places. Chase Collymore has dropped at least 3 or 4. Let's see whether he comes over the line. He does in 10th, but he's dropped a couple of places, so maybe the yellow flags go out for him. He still remains though in the top 10. Stevenson and Tyres battling out. Stevenson parks the bike right on the inside of Barney's. He's not going to open the door. Certainly not handing an invite to Ryan Tyres. Tyres is going to have to force his way through if he wants to take the victory in this one. Will he go down the inside into the final corner? There's a back marker in front, but I don't think they're going to catch them. Rhys Stevenson wins Heat 2A for the Sayamoto Minibike 140s, holds off Ryan Tyres and Ben Lord, the top 3. Lathrope Lovell will complete the top 5. Holmes Williams is some 4 or 5 seconds down the road, but does complete in 6th with Lord, Pearson, Andrews and Collymore will come through in due course. Andrews already through to take the checkered flag. Chase Collymore's 131 will come through to complete the top 10. Another fantastic race from Group A in the Sayamoto Minibike 140s. An enthralling race-long battle between Stevenson, Tyres, Lord. At times Lovell was in there, Holmes Williams was in the mix as well. At some points both of those 2 riders having problems throughout the race, although recovering both of them. Lovell into 5th, Holmes Williams into 6th.